What's up guys, Bionic here, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today is going to be a somewhat of a special video in the sense that I haven't done an update of this build in over close to 6 months. That's been how long I sort of haven't really worked on my Fire Knight dungeon, okay? So I say 6 months ago because that's roughly, or after I got Arbiter, redesigned my teams to kind of go for like 100% success rate, as you see here with Spider, Fire Knight, Ice Golem, and Dragon. Since I did maybe one more video, which was basically like something down the lines of 90-second slow-tuned Dragon 20, and what that basically meant right here is that I was now using Seer, okay? And I've always wanted to redesign most of my dungeon teams to work with specifically Seer, as I believe she is one of the best for nuking the waves. When you get to the boss though, it's a little bit more complicated, but overall I know it works. I've seen working models. Stu Gaming also kind of like gave me a little bit of information as to what kind of speeds I should have on my champions. But my problem since, and the same thing that was with this one right here, is that I was trying to use Battle Khazar, and by using a Battle Khazar that's also tuned for the basically clan boss, that meant that the speeds were kind of off, okay? So today I'm going to focus on the Fire Knight because we do have a tournament right here, because I've gotten two game changers, basically champions that have made all of this somewhat possible for at least 3 of the dungeons, and they are Gorgrab and more recently Stag Knight. Super excited about this champion, so I won't focus on the builds of each of the champions right here. Instead, we're just going to look at the run, what's going on, what kind of success rate I think I'm going to get out of all this, and then eventually I'll probably make a separate video for a build on all of these guys, but we'll go over the gear real quick, okay? So let's get going with, first of all, a run of the Fire Knight, because it should be relatively fast, okay? In fact, I have tested this with the Stag Knight not even complete, and as you can see down here, I now have a best runtime of 1 minute and 33 seconds. So here's the team. We've got Apothecary in the lead, we've got a Seer, we've got the Stag Knight, and 2 Cold Hearts. Okay, so let's go. Now, I hope this run is going to work. Obviously, it might not. It's not perfect. We're not using the cooldown reduction, but overall, it is relatively fast. We really have to hope that the Heart Seekers or like the quadruple hits from the, the Seer are going to line up on the boss. But at least so far, it's really fast. And I keep saying this, but like when you're doing the missions, what you really want is just to get the missions completed, right? To get to your Arbiter. Once you get Arbiter, you can start redesigning teams that are, let's say, a high success rate, okay? Once you have that done, then what you want is to have teams that are high success rate, but then also really, really fast, so that if you do compete in a tournament, you can kind of keep up with the whales, okay? So in this case, this is exactly it. I have a build that I can fall back to, which is roughly 100% success rate, but now I want to speed up the whole thing, okay? So I've decided to work with something that's a little bit high risk, right? But if everything lines up, like right there, we get the A3 from the Cold Heart to land at the right moment, we're good to go, right? We also have decreased attack and decreased defense from our Stag Knight. I did not have that before. I've always struggled to have AoE decreased defense on my teams for like the Force Affinity and whatnot, so that Spirit version on a 3-turn cooldown, which is Stag Knight, is a game changer for me. Not to mention the decreased attack, which also works very well. There we go, 1 minute 24 seconds, yet again a new record. But the last time I tried it, the Stag Knight was not fully complete, masteries were not fully done, but overall you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here, okay? So I'm not going to say this is 100% success rate, but I will say that it's a decent work in progress, right? I do use the Cold Hearts elsewhere, I do use the Seer elsewhere, I also use the Apothecary, or I can use him elsewhere, and now the Stag Knight is going to be used in at least 2 or 3 other dungeons, not to mention faction wars. Okay, so now let's go over the gear of the champions real quick. And I think the crucial thing to know here is really it's all about speed tuning. Literally about speed tuning for the dungeon, but also speed tuning for your account, so that all those champions also work wherever else you are using them, okay? So let's do the Stag Knight here real quick. I quickly showed him before. I am basically just using kind of like a mix of pieces, but what was really important, like I said, is the speed, okay? You want to be above 200 speed, number 1, so that you can go twice before each wave. You also perhaps want to be a little bit higher or you can be a little bit under if you're using a turn meter increase. Like in my case, I am using Apothecary. So my nuker, which is Seer, has to be a little bit slower, and I'll show you guys that's because of like the other dungeons, like I said. But anyway, so this guy I found right now the somewhat sweet spot to be just around 215 or maybe up to 220 speed. We've got 241 accuracy, which should be enough, right? All the skills are of course all done on this guy. Masteries, kind of just playing around with them, not even complete. I got 2 more to select here. I'm not quite sure what I want to try and achieve with this guy, but I know I wanted to give this a shot. Retribution, just in case we do take a hit from the Fire Knight. I want to be able to get a counterattack hit from his A1, which is 2 hits. And I have the same thing on my Cold Hearts, okay? They do have counterattacks as well. Therefore, this would help in getting the shield down in case the Fire Knight does take a turn, okay? So also this one right here, yeah, Master Hexer and Sniper being, in my opinion, really important for Stag Knight, all right? So we'll leave it at that for now, but like I said, I will make a separate video entirely on this guy. Then we've got 2 of my Cold Hearts. I know I'm not using the slowest one. The slowest one is being used in the Spider Dungeon, and their speeds, as you will see, are all a little bit different because I want to stagger the A3s on auto when I use them against the Spider, okay? So the ones that I do use for Fire Knight are my 2 fastest ones right here. And as for the stats, they're all pretty similar. We're looking for at least 70% crit rate, 250% plus crit damage, 300% would be even better. That's one of the issues I have for the Spider Dungeon right now. They're not quite high enough. Skills are all done. And then we do have on this one, what is it? The Flawless Execution, right? Because I want consistency. I could have Helm Smasher, but the problem with Helm Smasher is that some runs might work and some might not. So instead, I'd rather focus on trying to get more crit damage. But then again, I might change that in the future. Okay, so same thing with the second one here. Skills all done, Flawless Execution. Same build for the Masteries going into this counterattack. Same thing, this is mainly for the Fire Knight. Okay, we want that if we do take a hit, we're going to hopefully counterattack and get that shield down as quickly as possible, which is really, really good on champions that have like a quadruple hit A1, right? So that's the 2 Cold Hearts. Then we've got our Apothecary. This guy right now is kind of like just leftover gear, like not that special. I think we even have, what is it, like HP percent boots, right? We have a defense chest, and then we have a defense percent glove. The banner only needs to be defense. We don't need accuracy on this guy. So overall stats, 218. We're just a little bit faster than the Stag Knight. No accuracy. Defense is all right. HP could be higher, but then again, the gear is not even maxed out because I don't really need it to be maxed out for what I'm doing right now, okay? Here are his skills, all completely done. And this guy, I literally never changed from when I was using him way back when against the clan boss. Therefore, these are the masteries that I'm using on him right now. And I'm not going to change it because, again, if it's working, I'm not going to spend those resources. I have a free reset. Okay, so I might do that in the future. But anyway, all to say that if it's not needed, then, you know, why do it, right? And so the final one that I skipped is actually Seer, right? So Seer obviously is a big piece of this puzzle, okay? So I've kind of like had her in some of my best speed pieces before, but now I've toned her down a little bit in the sense that I've removed some speed and I made sure that I still had at least 100% crit rate and then a decent amount of crit damage, which is pretty good overall. One of my best champions, like I'm not gonna lie, it's still one of my best champions in terms of stats on my account right now, but she used to be a lot faster because I was using basically both of her skills before she goes into Karma Burn. And this happens because of Mausoleum Mage. If there's already an increased crit rate up, she's going to go straight into her A3, Karma Burn. But I didn't want that. I needed the extra buffs because her crit damage was not high enough. I didn't have the decreased defense for my Dragon Dungeon. Therefore, I was using her to be faster. So she was doing Clan Banner first and then her A3, okay? So, again, everything revolves around having a Seer. I get that, all right? It's not easy, but still, each dungeon you will see is a little bit different in the sense that they don't exactly have all the same champions, obviously, for affinity issues, but still, she is the game changer, right, for this. But Stag Knight is also very needed, and like I said, Gorgrab for my dragon is also quite needed. So anyway, as you saw right there, guys, my Fire Knight 20 in a minute 30-second run. Okay, this is now my fastest run for the Fire Knight ever, my best team so far in terms of speed, and I want to know what you guys think. Can I do better? Would you switch things around? I know that, for instance, again, Stu Gaming, if I'm not mistaken, uses a very similar build, but his uses the Lysandra in the lead. But I don't have a Lysandra, right? All I have is the next best option, which is this Apothecary. Maybe it could be Gorgrab. I haven't tried it yet, but my Gorgrab is a little bit weaker than this guy right now because Gorgrab is literally full speed for Tag Arena. And I don't want to kind of optimize him to be a little bit better for Fire Knight if I can make it work with this Apothecary right now. But overall, I think it's pretty solid. We have only 2 epics, 3 rares, no legendaries, and about 90 seconds. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.